Looks like a kill switch.
Is that an underwater phone?
This? Kind of up to 30 feet, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Got some shit, bro. Alright, so let's get started. So today we have
Got 5 cameras on that package too.
friends, Moose and David. So I know you guys very good, but for the viewers who don't know, tell them who you are and what you do.
Alright, so
I'm David.
I'm Moose. We go
Way back.
way
bro.
back. All
Way
three
back.
of us. From fucking like teenagers on Instagram, taking pictures, shit posting.
Taking shitty pictures.
Yeah, taking
At
shitty
first.
pictures with an old Android phone. Then I bought a shitty camera, and then David.
And
was
I
ready
bought
to
his shitty
upgrade.
camera.
You know what?
That's how we met.
Like, that's crazy because a shitty camera is kind of considered like $1,000. But if you want a good camera, I mean, like not even a good one, but like a medium one, bro, you gotta spend at least like
Bro,
north of 2-3K.
Easy.
My good DSLR that I ended with like 5 years ago, that's considered a shit camera too now. Like, got the job done though.
Yeah. Shit, my 5 lenses. What the fuck?
So were you guys always raised in Michigan or
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dearborn area or?
Nah, he was born.
No.
He was born in
Well, I was
North
born
Korea.
in Korea, but
Oh yeah.
yeah.
So what was that like?
I don't know. I was a baby when I came
He
here.
had to run away from the army. Had to hop a fence. He was like
Yeah.
6 months old, something like that.
No. I started walking at 7 months, so I was like 8 months old when that happened. I couldn't jump till like 8 months.
Now the North Korean government's after your ass.
Well, yeah, that's why I go by the name David. You know, the North Koreans won't find me that way.
And he don't sound like a Korean.
Yeah, I worked very hard to get the American accent down and to get my voice this deep. Man, so much practice. It's crazy.
Hopefully that they're not watching this podcast, but
I hope.
yeah.
No, they don't got internet in North Korea. It's okay. We're chilling.
Right.
It's
What
a
the
big
fuck
ass
is that?
Oh yeah.
What the fuck?
I seen him there first, but then he came over here.
That fly look like a fucking devil.
Sorry.
That looked like a bee, like a hornet. You know?
Bro, so
Yeah, but it's all black.
so what made you
Yeah, I got stung by an all black hornet once right here. That was the first time I had an allergic reaction. Like I looked down and it was all black. I was like, what the fuck is that?
Damn.
And then I got all poofy.
Yeah. The last time that I got bit, bro, I was playing basketball with my brother.
And he bit you?
No. no. And I was about to make a good shot, bro, like a 3-pointer, and then
he bit you?
I felt this bug just like grab hold on my lip, bro.
Oh fuck.
Bro.
That bug wanted to French kiss you.
Dude.
Yeah. Bro looked like he had a lip injection
You're
for a
right.
week.
Like people. And yeah, bro, but anyway. So what made you go with Mercedes, man? Because before we got here,
It's pronounced Mercedes.
Yeah, Mercedes. Anyway.
Yeah, it's a Mercedes.
yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
yeah, right.
Well, I mean, they don't know, but you guys know I'm just way too impulsive with everything in life. I didn't really know I was getting this car until like the day before it was shipped to my house. Like it was all just last minute. One of my boys bought a SL63. And he just told me, he's like, man, this broker I work with from Florida, bro, got me a great deal. So I texted him. I'm like, whatever, I've never worked with a broker. Bro gets back to me in like 5 minutes with like 50 grand off MSRP.
Holy.
And like,
So roughly like 100K.
this one came out to like 110, 120, somewhere around that. And I was like, well, that's probably too good to be true. And so he just tells me, he's like, listen, it's about to leave the lot. He's like, just send me the money. I didn't put any money down. I just sent him the shipping fee, and I paid him a fee of like $1,500. And honestly, I thought I was sending him like $4,000, and I wasn't seeing a car or the money back ever because it was kind of shady. And then I tried to call the dealership to confirm. They wouldn't give me any information. They said, if you're working with a broker, you got to deal with just a broker. So at this point, I'm like, all right, I'm not getting a car. I get a call like a week later. A tow truck driver like, all right, where am I meeting you? I can't pull onto your street because, the truck's not going to fit. And I was like, what the fuck? I go meet him I went with Tony. I went to met him at this Myers parking lot, but the car was there. I mean, they brought it on an open trailer, brand new car, completely covered in bugs that sucked. But Moose brought it here right after, ceramic coated it, cleaned the fuck out of it.
So the car was in Florida?
It was in California.
Oh, I mean,
but the broker worked from Florida. Yeah, it was a whole weird deal.
I would have just flew up there.
Bro, that's what I told him. I said, let me fly out there and drive it back. And this is when I first thought it was shady because he's like, bro, just let him ship it. You know, they're trying to move the car off the lot right now. And I'm like, bro, like, it sounds like a typical scam. But I'm like, fuck it. You know, if it happens, then great. If not, I lost $3,000. And bro, it showed up.
You said what?
I said when I got it, like because I wasn't expecting to get it, I didn't have room for it in the garage because I just bought that Mustang like a week before, that new Gravity Blue Mustang, and yeah, so I brought that straight to my boy's dealer and listed it up for sale.
So how did you get involved with that car? Because the last time we hung out, I think you had that red Corvette that did.
Yeah, we'll get to that later. What you're saying with the Mustang?
Yeah.
Honestly, I bought this limited F-150 for work, and after after like 3 days, the battery it started freaking out. It was having like electrical problems, and then it fixed itself. And then like a week later, it started having more. So I dropped it off at the dealer to like let them figure it out. And I told them like I need an F-150 loaner. They're like, no, we can only give you an Explorer. And I don't like Explorers. So I'm walking back from the lot. This is the problem if your boy is a salesman. Walking back from the lot and this just beautiful 2023 Gravity Blue Mustang, blue stitching Recaros inside, 6-speed manual. It's a nice spec, blue brakes. And then Tony was just like, you want to test drive it? Like, take it for a test drive. So I'm like, yo, fuck it. Took it for a test drive, and that was a mistake because I left that day with that car.
Wow.
Barely drove it.
So let's talk about the truck. So is that a power boost too?
Yeah, so the truck's a power boost, but the limiteds have like a bigger generator in them, and I think that's what's causing power draw issues. But like it's been sitting at the dealership for like 3 months now. They haven't been able to fix shit, so I finally filed a lemon suit with Ford, and they're buying it back. So I'm just waiting for that to happen.
So, are you planning on getting another truck, or?
Yes, I was running payments on a bunch of trucks, and they're offering rebates on the power boosts only. You know, better than any other truck. And I didn't want to get into another power boost, but like the deal was kind of too good to pass up. So let's hope that one doesn't break.
Yeah, because.
But this one's got the small generator.
Yeah, this one's. I mean, David hasn't had any issues with his, so.
This is very smooth too.
Yeah, his is a nice truck.
Yeah. So, were those before the Lightnings? Because I know that.
Yeah, Power Boost was before Lightning.
Yeah.
The Lightning's got an even bigger generator. The Limited's got a 7.2 kilowatt. Mine has a 2 kilowatt.
Well.
Lightning's got a 9.6 kilowatt generator.
And
that'll power a house for 10 fucking days.
Wow. Yeah, because I know, like, I mean, people know this already, but like, a lot of people that like, have these power cuts, they use their freaking trucks to power.
Yeah.
House, man.
That's the first time I had the issues. I was using the truck just to power like some tools and stuff, and I accidentally left the generator switch on for like a few hours. Then I went back into the truck, and like I said, generator was on, so I turned it off. But after that, it never got the charge back. And then,
so long story short, basically the power boost was kind of like a guinea pig before the Lightning, right?
Yeah, to an extent. I think they were testing out the regenerative. What is it called? Regenerative braking?
Braking? No, they've had that. They've had that on the C-Max forever.
Did they?
Yeah,
I forgot about the C-Max.
Yeah. I think they're just testing bigger generators. Like 7.2 kilowatt generator in a truck is crazy.
That's the thing. The Power Boost isn't a plug-in hybrid. It generates power as you drive.
Yeah, the Lightning you got to plug in.
Yeah.
But to be fair, the power boost really doesn't help much when it comes to gas mileage.
No.
It's faster, but it's also a lot heavier.
Yeah. So like, how much heavier is it than, let's say, your normal?
It's got to be a few hundred pounds at least.
Yeah, I think it's like 400 or 500 pounds.
Yeah, it's got to be like 400 or 500 pounds. Those batteries are fucking heavy.
And that's just because of the hybrid ship.
Yep.
Yeah,
if you
the
look
battery's
under those
heavy as
trucks,
fuck.
it's just wires running everywhere. Exposed wires. It's kind of scary.
Okay, so let's go back. Before the whole Burger One thing. How did you get involved with all of the car sales thing?
Just always wanted to sell them, so I said, fuck it, let's go apply at dealers, see how it is. Fun for a little bit, it gets boring after a while. Sitting at a desk all day,
Yeah.
dealing with all the drama. It's like high school. It's like middle school, honestly. It sucks.
Yeah.
Plus, having bosses sucks. They just kill your deals.
So how long did it last before you're like, no, I'm getting tired of this. Like I can't handle it.
Well, I think about 2 years I was in dealers.
In total, between both, I think it was
Both.
more closer to 3.
No, I think it was 2.
Was it 2?
I don't think it was 3 years. I think it was 2 years of doing it.
Yeah, and like.
But you can only talk about fucking escapes so much to these dumbasses that don't know what they're talking
But
about.
now no one's buying Escapes. They're leasing higher than Explorers.
Yeah, because they know they fucked up on redesigning that shit. It looks like it's disgusting.
Their lot is full of Escapes at Pet Milk right now. And
So
they
for-
won't even use them as FCC.
That's because Ford wants to push. Ford's redesigning the Explorer for next year, so Ford wants to push all these bodies
They
off
have
the
all
lot.
these Escapes, and the dealer wants
Oh yeah.
Ford. Something about Ford.
Yeah. So since a lot of those cars are just sitting, like Ford gonna even care to lower the cost on those things.
With Ford, what cars are selling, it just tells you what Ford wants to get rid of. They got a new body
Honestly.
Explorer coming in, so they want to unload. They just redesigned the Escape. They don't want to push those right now. It's brand new. They want to get rid of all these Explorers now because they're bringing in the new bodies. That's why they're pushing them.
I actually seen a new Escape today. Actually,
They look like that new Kia. There's a new
Yeah.
Kia that looks just like it. I can't tell the difference.
I don't like them.
Yeah, because there's definitely like a visible size difference between your normal Escape versus the new one. Like it's like a mid-size.
That's because they got rid of the edge, and they kept the Escape. They got rid of the edge completely.
Yeah, man. Ford's been like getting rid of a lot of things, like the.
All the small cars they're getting rid of.
Yeah, less is more.
Mustang is the only small car they still have.
Yeah, less is more.
What about the Maverick? Those are
Yeah, that's
that big.
No, they're not big at
Maverick,
all.
the Bronco Sport, I guess, but there's no more sedans. No.
The Bronco
Fusions,
Sport's
no
on an Escape
Tauruses.
platform, so it's basically an
Yeah.
Escape.
Oh yeah.
It's built to the same plan, Hermosillo.
That,
The Maverick's also on it, isn't it?
Huh?
The Maverick's also on the.
Yeah,
Escape
Maverick's on the same platform. It's a front-wheel drive bias, but it's all-wheel drive.
yeah. That's sort of like my car too. Like it's normally front-wheel drive, but
Well, the Maverick you can either get in front wheel
The
or
CRVs were
all-wheel.
like that too, I think.
Which ones?
The CRVs,
I don't know.
I think they were also front wheel bias.
yeah,
But the Maverick's not a truck.
No.
It's an Escape.
it's not considered a truck.
That is an Escape. What truck's front-wheel drive? The Honda Pilot's not even a truck. That thing's front-wheel drive.
ProMaster Ram. Well, that's a van, but it's
Yeah.
front-wheel drive.
That's
Yeah,
a
the
van.
Maverick's not considered a truck.
No, a truck needs 4x4 and a rear wheel main system. Maverick's front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive only. That's it.
It's like that Honda truck. What was it called?
Pilot. They still make it. The Honda Pilot, it's a
Oh, they
pickup.
still make
It's
the-
like a
Yeah,
full-size
Pilot.
pickup, but it's front-wheel drive. It's not a real pickup or all-wheel drive. There's no 4x4. I feel like a pickup, you need 2 different drivetrains for that 4x4. That's a pickup truck.
Yeah, because like what kind of truck comes to mind when people say, "Hey, look, it's a pickup." Like you think of a big old truck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Silverado, F-150,
Yeah.
Ram.
Yeah, but
No one says Maverick.
Right.
Yeah, nowadays you say truck, they think SUVs, Lambo truck. I hate that they call these
dude,
SUVs
I
trucks.
I know.
I don't get that, bro. Like I know, like I'm the older, like the '80s Suburban, the tailgate. This a truck, which
You can call it
see
Suburban
now,
a truck.
but like I'm not about to call yours a Lambo truck.
I mean, it's got a good ring to it, but
Yeah,
still.
yeah. I mean, I'm not. I mean, same. I mean, it is what it is, but I'm not gonna call it a Lambo truck.
Yeah, nah.
Which I would, so out of all of those kind of trucks, the nearest the Conan, the Bentayga,
Yeah.
Whatever that Aston Martin thing is they got.
Yeah, what is that called?
and I know that. Oh shoot. I might be mistaken, but I think it's still under the DB line.
I think so too.
And Ferrari made it too, which that kind of
I mean, at least Ferrari put a V12 in it. It does sound sick. I'm not a huge fan of the looks though.
those kind of look like that MX the MX.
Yeah, it does.
The Mazda.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I remember when those came out, it was like people were comparing.
Those are good looking cars. Even the interior, you can get like diamond stitched leather in the CX-9.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah, dude, and those look like identical too, bro. Like from the body shape, maybe not the wheels, but I know that when those first dropped, I think a few days later, like 2 3 days later, they were sold out for 2 years.
Damn.
Yeah. So people like them.
But yeah, out of like a Urus, a Bentayga, and a Cullinan.
I want to call it
and I'm taking
wide body
Cullinan all
Cullinan.
day.
Take it to RBDLA.
Yeah. And when I was in Florida, like I seen a lot of those trucks, but the one that probably stuck to me the most was probably the Bentayga S.
I don't think I've seen a Bentayga S. I don't like the regular Bentaygas.
It kind of looks like your normal truck, but the tails are kind of oval shaped versus the rectangle shape.
Man, I don't like Bentley. I don't like Bentley.
How come?
Ugly cars. Rolls Royce wannabes.
All right.
I only want the Mussolini. I think that's beautiful, but that's it.
There's certain Continentals I like. It's got to be a good spec though.
Yeah. It's sort of like how
I really want a Continental GT3, the track car that they have.
I saw a Continental GT for sale, and it was murdered out red guts convertible. It's kind of nice.
I don't like them. The Mussolini though, I don't know why. That thing is so fucking beautiful. I think the headlights are so nice.
I would say it's sort of like how
they depreciate like crazy.
I know. That's why I'll buy a used one for cheap.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is like even those older Bentleys are going for like 50 racks, bro. Like 50 racks. Like I know if you look at the stock in 5-ish, I mean I mean it's old, but it's a V12 in there, bro, or a V12 or a V8. I'm not sure, but getting a V12 for 50K, that's.
See Rob Ferretti's video about the depreciation on the Mussolini, $100 a mile.
Wow.
Fuck yeah, I want one. I'll roll that bitch back too.
I mean, I would say, bro, like Bentley and Rolls Royce is kind of like how Mercedes is to BMW. Like that competition is always gonna be there.
Mm-hmm. It's the thing. I like a lot of BMWs.
I don't know. For me, it's not even a competition between Bentley and Rolls. Rolls is so much better than Bentley in just every aspect.
I think
Bentley to me is like Aston. I don't really like
Bentley's like Aston. There's just a weird company that wanted to be luxury and it's just on its own.
Yeah, that's
same with Maserati.
That's
like Bentley, Maserati, and Aston. I think they're all in their own separate class of just.
I mean, we could probably put. I mean, does Ford still own part of Jaguar?
I don't know.
But I would definitely put Jag in that category too.
Yeah,
yeah. They make some
Yeah.
Interesting cars.
Yeah, like the I think one of my all-time favorite Jags is probably that Super V8. Those, I mean, it is an older car, but like how those look like so like James Bond type.
Yeah.
Like, it's a big old car, but
Man, I want the F-Type SVR.
I mean, good luck with that.
It just sounds good.
Are those like 100 grand now?
Yeah, probably. Probably more.
Honestly, I was looking at F types, but like this was just a lot nicer.
What?
This thing.
Oh, definitely. The interior on the Jag
I
is
would have
not
got
there.
the same spec on an F type though. Red top with white.
Do they make these in coupes too?
These no.
No, only convertibles.
Only convertibles,
Well,
yeah.
I mean, I'm sure that there's companies that like offer like an aftermarket.
It's like this car's like a S580 mixed with a GTS.
Yeah, like it's sort of like every new Mercedes is well, I would say BMW actually like is getting like a bigger grill.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
which personally, I'm
Mercedes
not a
is
fan
pulling
of.
it off a little bit better than BMW is.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not really. a fan
Yeah, like I don't like the
of
new 7
BMWs.
Series.
Huh?
The new 7 Series grill? I think it's too big.
Yeah, those are I know if you look at the Center Series from 2017, I think they did a killer job on those.
Yeah.
But like it's just like even when the new 50 came out, not the new one, the what's that? The I think it was 18 and plus.
Yeah. When the S550 got the facelift?
The feedback on those were not good, bro.
No.
Those were very.
But that grew on me.
I mean, I'm still trying to do it.
Yeah.
And I think that's why Ford kind of went a different route with the Shelby. Like it does have the older the older front end, but the rear end is sort of like a facelift.
One car company that I am impressed with is Genesis. They're making some nice cars.
Yeah.
Wait, what was it?
Genesis.
Oh, oh yeah.
How long do they last though?
From what I've heard, they're reliable. I don't know. They're still kind of new, so. But they got good prices, and honestly, like,
yeah, I mean,
bro, the interiors are
everything
amazing.
I know. I want that Genesis sedan, the big one.
Yeah, those are nice. Like, aren't those V8? Like,
I have no idea.
I think they have a. I think they have a V8, yeah.
But
Yeah, I think it is a 5.0. Yeah.
speaking of the 5.0, even Lexus, bro. The RCX are really good. And in my personal opinion, I think it sounds a little better than a Mustang. A little bit, like a tiny bit.
It's been so long since I heard of Lexus.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm always gonna love Lexus.
Yeah.
I started with an old Lexus V8. Remember that thing? The LS.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah. The big body one. Yeah.
Yeah, the LS400.
I definitely
Used to take that thing to Milan.
You know what? At the burnout cup.
Yeah.
Yes, bro. Yes. Now, and that was my first time seeing you there, bro.
Yeah.
Because
Supercar Blondie showed up that day. It was weird as fuck. They shut down the whole track.
and did she show up at the no prep at Mountain too?
Or maybe I'm thinking about the no prep.
Yeah, because I think she drove a track off.
Yeah, she almost fucking crashed that bitch.
Wow.
She
Really?
she launched it, and then next thing you know, I just see it going sideways, and she's just laughing in the car like it's no big deal. But the owner was shitting himself.
Yeah, because it's funny because before that guy built his Jeep, he was actually talking to me about finding a place to have built that. But I was like, I mean, you could probably go to Illinois, but
He was the first person to have 1,000+ wheel horsepower track cock around
and
here.
if I'm not mistaken, I think he was the second with it in the 9-second range.
I think he was pushing like 1,300, right?
I think around there, which I did refer him to live or noise, but I heard a lot of bad things about those. Like
Yeah.
recently. I mean, I don't know if
Honestly, a lot of these
changed
companies
now,
are going
yeah.
to shit. Even Vet Lab, man. I was supposed to get my Corvette down there. We had everything priced out, dropped the car off, and then just nothing ended up happening with it. Ended up picking the car back up because it was sitting there for too long. And I ran into the guy at at Lapeer.
It's funny because he was actually the first person I did a podcast with.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ed and Matt from M1.
Yeah. 'Cause that's the thing. I know a lot of people that got their cars down there and they did fucking great work. I just don't know why. I think he was just too busy. That's all it was.
You know what? That is probably the case because when I first went there to interview them,
Yeah.
he had like 20 cars in the shop.
Yeah.
He had
Like,
that.
bro, I get it if someone's busy and they tell me it's gonna take this long, but like, don't tell me I'll get it done. You know?
But he didn't tell you.
Yeah.
Or something like that. So I want to talk to you about your Mustang. How did that come about, man? Like,
Honestly, my boy was looking for a Volvo, so we went to a Volvo dealer, and then I mentioned a Mustang, and then do you know Jin Her?
Jin?
Jin Her. He had a
Yeah, the 135i.
Yeah,
It's like
135i.
Nardo gray.
The white one?
No, it's Nardo gray one.
Because I know a guy that was part of the UCM meeting.
Yeah, that guy.
Charles?
Yeah, Charles Amar.
His is a fast wall. I mean, I don't know.
His was fast.
It was fast, yeah.
Fast car. But yeah, I know him.
His kid started that. He started that cheese.
Oh yeah,
cheese trend.
that cheese thing.
Throwing cheese on a baby's
Yeah, he got
face.
hate for it.
Oh wow.
Bro, I don't see why people were hating, bro. It was funny.
So he
Bunch-
started it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he made the first video where he threw a piece of cheese at
Bunch of people were hating. I'm like, why are you throwing cheese on that kid's face? Like, what the fuck? It's a piece of
It's just
cheese.
cheese.
You know, so like that kind of went from putting cheese on kids' face to cars.
Yeah.
I think that's where people.
No,
got,
the cars is fucked up, but don't throw cheese at someone's car. But if it's your own kid, bro, you're just playing with it.
yeah, because
Yeah, don't put cheese on my car.
the first video I seen was when these kid he threw cheese on
Oh,
this YouTuber's
that
car.
one
The,
faggot, bro.
Yeah,
Those-
the Ray twins.
Bro, those kids are weird.
Cool.
Which
Those skinny ass.
yeah. Which unfortunately they're
You don't
from
know
the
exactly
same,
who I'm talking about.
the same country as me.
Are they really Romanian?
Yeah.
At the meets here?
The video pop up on
Yeah.
Facebook.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah. Those I mean if you think about it, a lot of those channels like there's all like bullshit, bro. Like off stage shit, like even those parts are off stage, and I mean like every other YouTuber other than Wilson Diesel.
Yeah.
But yeah, so back to the Mustang.
Oh shit. Well, my boy was looking for a Volvo, so we went to a Volvo dealer. And I mentioned a Mustang, and then the salesperson's boy was selling one, so I just bought it off him.
So was it in a good shape then, or?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
running, driving.
It was always in good shape, to be fair.
Yeah, it was honestly for its age. My first stick too, hard as fuck. That stick shift was
Yeah.
There's a lot of
Fucking
stories
tough.
in that fucking car.
yeah, a lot. Me and him spun out.
Tell me a story before we got here about the kids who bought it.
All right, well, we
Oh,
gotta,
this dumbass
we
that
gotta
bought
go
it.
farther back.
Yeah, like
Because David,
Yeah.
you broke the car a couple times, fixed it.
Yeah, so I broke the axles twice, and then that's
let's go
expensive
way
to
back. I'm
replace.
talking about like before you broke it to you selling it.
Shit, just went out every night to Woodward and
Yeah, every fucking night. we were
fucking
out
beat
there,
the
man.
fuck out of that
All night long.
car.
Those spun out in the rain. We did.
Man, it
bro,
wasn't
that
registered
through
for
the
so
winter.
long too. I threw my Fusion plate on that bitch on Woodward. Can you believe that shit with the Royal Oak
We used
police
to
there?
drive that thing through the winter. It was sketchy as fuck.
Oh, me and him drove home from Detroit in the snow once. Literally the whole way on the no.
Bro, it was storming, bro. Like we couldn't
Bro,
see
one night
shit.
from Detroit to my house, we're driving back and it wasn't supposed to snow, but then it starts snowing and my tires are bald as fuck. And we're like, fuck, we gotta go now. Me and him start driving. We're on the expressway, literally just spinning the whole time.
So we're
not
driving
going over
sideways
30.
the whole time.
Yeah, and then we went up this tiny hill, barely made it up the smallest fucking hill, like a 40-degree incline.
It's like a
maybe.
speed bump.
Yeah, and bro, I'm just there, redlining the car, just rah rah rah. We're just like, please get up the hill.
You know what? Before my turbo went out on my neon, I had my daily, but it was getting some work done because it was an auction car, so I needed some work. So I had no choice then on my neon. And in that car, that absolutely works because I was on a 255 tire, a drag tire, and dude, like I couldn't even back out of my driveway. like I would be up at about like 6 in the morning, just going back and forth, and like my neighbors are very close, and then. But yeah,
Man, they probably hated your ass.
oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah. I mean,
No, the Mustang was wrapped in 275s.
But we used to take that bitch to the track all the time. Broke it at the track like twice.
I didn't even get to run it down the. Oh no, I ran it down the track once. I missed third,
Broke it on the second
and then I
time.
wanted to run again. Then it fucking broke. Snap the axles. The track official looked at me. Back it up. I was like, "How the fuck am I supposed to back it up, bro?"
Bro, the
Six
last
fucking
time he
neutrals.
snapped the axle on it, he just let it sit in his garage for like 3
Yeah, bro. I was
years.
like, "Fuck this car."
There was no battery in it either. You like put the battery in something else. And it was
No,
just sitting.
I gave the battery to somebody else, and then like
Yeah.
your brother gave me the Civic battery, so it's just the Civic, the small ass battery sitting on my big ass battery tray.
you know, like your brother is sort of like the daredevil of Jibber. Like he does some dumb shit, bro.
Yeah.
And like when you got that event,
Oh, he's doing extra dumb shit now.
No, not at the moment.
yeah.
Not with cars.
Bro's fucking broken for the next 3 months.
Does he have a kid now?
Yeah, he's got a kid too.
So how does it feel like to be an uncle, man? Like that's kind of weird.
Honestly, like I have a lot of younger cousins, so
Yeah.
like it honestly feels like I'm their uncle too. So it kind of feels the same, to be honest.
So what did your parents think about when they found out that like he had a kid?
I mean, they told my parents when she was pregnant. I mean, it might have been soon, but I mean, they somewhat had their life figured out. They were in a house. They were married, so.
As
I mean, in our culture, you get married and you have a kid pop out 9 months later.
yeah, that's sort of like us too, man. I mean, we have kids like every year.
Yeah.
But yeah, so back to the Mustang story. So before you sold it, you were saying like about like how a kid came down from Indiana to pick it up.
No, so. Well, what happened when it was just sitting there?
Nothing.
I think one day I just like texted David. I said, "You ever gonna fix a Mustang?" And he's like, "Yeah, I probably will," you know. And he just never did. And I was like, "All right, you know, like I want to see that thing drive, you know. Like it's been so long, like I want us to drive it." And David was just done with that car. It's like, but I don't feel like fixing it. So I ended up buying it off David, putting an axle in it. Like $300 later, that thing was running great.
Yeah, we went to hell once and it started smoking, and we were like, "All right, bet we're not
Yeah.
driving it until it gets sold."
Yeah, because during that time, I bought one too, a Pro Charge car, auction for like, I think the car was from California car, yeah, like it had no
Yeah.
rust in it, nowhere. And the previous owner did have like 22s in it, so like it was a little cut up, but I got the car for 4K, dude.
That thing had a TH400 in it, didn't it? Didn't it have a Power Glide or a TH400?
Oh no, I think it had the normal trans, but it had a short throw. Like it just had your
Oh yeah, that one was a manual.
your basic Pro Charger. I think it was a P1 Gold from Pro Charger. So like wasn't their
It's the same.
top, but it was a phase 3 blower. So
It's the same blower I had on the vet, I think.
yeah. I think mine was a P1 FC blower.
I had a P1X.
Yeah, so I know on the max PSI was I think 8 pounds, which doesn't sound like a lot, but what people don't realize is that 10 pounds on a V8 is like 20 on 20 on a 4-banger.
I only ran like 11 pounds on the vet, and that thing was fast as fuck.
Yeah, I remember when that kid came out that had that 10-speed Camaro.
Yeah.
No,
I raced that guy in my Infinity on a dig for like $50, and obviously I fucking lost. I just wanted to see if it could somewhat keep up. Then I got the vet, and he had tuned his car a little bit, and then he hit me up, and he was like, "Hey, you know, want to rerun?" And I'm like, "Fuck it, let me run it for that 50 back." But that wasn't even a race.
Interesting story about that car. I remember you telling me that that you put a deposit down for like $5 on it, or $50 was it?
Yeah, it's pretty much. I was at this meet, this UCM meet, and Joe from UCM. So like he used to have the Scion FRS, and I had the Lexus, and we used to race, and he used to beat me, and then I got the Infinity, and then I would beat him, and like this is way back. We had shit cars. And then I show up to a meet one day, and he shows up in the Supra. And he's like, when he bought the new Supra, and he was like, all right, you know, race me now. I was like, you know, fuck, well, that's not fair against the G37. And I see one of the guys parked at the meet was selling that vet. He was talking about selling it for cheap. You know, I think he literally said like 12 grand, anyone could take it right now. And it was clean as hell. I think it made like, did it make a crazy amount of power? I think it made like 600 wheel, something like that. But it was a light car. So I pretty much told him, I said, brother, that's a steal. I said, listen, like, let me put a deposit down right now. I'll come back with the cash. And he was like, he's like, yeah, you know, if you want, you can give me like $50. I'm like, $50? That's all you want? He's like, yeah, you know, you look like you're good for it. Put the deposit down. I walked back up to Joe. I said, all right, race me now. Went the next day, picked up the car, raced Joe, destroyed him. And then he wanted to race at Lapeer.
Oh,
and
like
the vet,
dig, right?
yeah, and the vet would just hop and spin like a motherfucker, and like it just would not go down the track. And yeah, so Joe got his win over there. It had a way higher.
Vet, right?
What's up? Yeah, it was a base model. I mean, it had nice Recaros in it, short throw, pro charger, exhaust.
Yeah, I mean, for what that car was, it definitely got down like from a roll.
Yeah, I ended up wanting to build that car because it had like some lifter take and stuff, and that's when I took it to Vet Lab.
Oh
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And I think what it was is there was this other guy that I guess used to work there that I think screwed the guys at Vet Lab or something. I don't know what the story was at the end of the day, but like I was getting quotes from both of them, so like I have a feeling one of the guys messaged Vet Lab or something, like say, yeah, I'm doing this car. So I don't know, because they were talking shit about it later. That's why I don't know who to blame in that situation. What up, Moose?
Yo, my guy.
Yo.
But
Hi.
What up?
like so.
My boy. We're in Moose's garage right now doing a podcast.
So after you sold
Sammy,
that car,
you've met him. He used to
Yeah,
roll
I ended up.
Lexus and,
I ended up selling that car for I think 18.
You
Which wasn't bad. I
remember
drove it
Josh
for
with the green
like a
Hellcat?
year. Had fun with it.
He's
And
really
then I
good.
found this me and Moose, who's behind there right
Just
now.
pull up. Moose just is here right now.
Come in the camera, bro. In a second.
They're yellow. Don't take 30 minutes to an hour like you normally do, though.
What was I saying? So we went to Ohio to look at the C6. It was an
That's
auto
'cause
C6, also
Sammy
a
wanted
base
me and Moose
model.
to do the podcast.
Low miles,
That's
it was clean, so I was thinking, I'll just build that. They were asking like, I think
He
22
just pulled
for
up,
it.
like, literally right now.
So we show up there, I test drive the car, everything was great, but I noticed like
Okay.
it looked like it was, empty on gas. The needle was all the way down. So I went to go fill it up and the gas
You think you
tank
can
was
wash
full.
the truck?
I was waiting for that one.
So
Oh.
all I did is I told the guys at the dealer, I said, listen, I got to fix that little issue. Let's try to work down the price a little bit. And he flat out just said, no, I'm not touching the price. I left. told Moose, I said, I'm not going home until I buy another Corvette. We end up finding this same year red C5. It was a little more loaded. Very similar build, a little bit more power, and this one only had 30,000 miles on it.
Was that a base 2 or?
This one, yeah, it was a base 2, I think. Yeah, this one only had, I think, 25 or 30,000 miles on it. And the one I sold it with almost 100. And this thing was a lot faster. It was fun. Everything was running great on it. So I thought everything was good. I didn't get the tune checked out or anything. I drove it 3 hours back home. But what ended up happening is I drove the car a little bit. I'm driving home one night, and I decided to do a top speed run on the car. And it was pulling hard as fuck until like 190, 195, and the motor just started spraying oil everywhere, lost pressure.
So, did you end up finding out what was the root cause?
We never figured it out exactly. We thought it was just, I mean, the tune seemed solid on it. That could have been the issue. But honestly, I think all it was is the car was built when it was only like 5 years old. Probably in like 2003, the Pro Charger was put on. You know, it just wasn't driven much, and it was owned by older guys. And I guess they just never really drove the car. They never really pushed on it. So I was the first person to really
And plus,
do a hard pull with the car.
When you have a car that's that old, well, not the car being old, but like those mods being on there since '03.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that those guys they didn't change the kind of fluid from the blower.
Yeah.
Because once that sits in there for that long, and like if you didn't,
Bro, I drove that car like 3 times.
Yeah, well, that's.
I didn't even put 500 miles on it.
So now you have this car now, but
Yeah. I just, honestly, I've been buying, I'm on car number like 30 now. Every month I end up getting something else.
oh yeah,
Started flipping cars into driving the fuck out of cars and trying to break even to losing money on cars, but fuck it.
you plan on getting rid of this one yet, right?
Not yet.
I
I do like this car. I'm good. Straight.
Who am I supposed to give it to?
I don't know. Where'd you even get that from?
So
Moose.
one of my favorite things, bro, that I noticed about the
Love you, buddy.
I'm really loving the haircut on you, dog.
Jeez. Thanks, my boy.
Blacklist
Yeah.
are there too, like
Yeah. It's all
working.
the same people.
Yeah, because at that point, man, like it's kind of more
See, like, it's not that bad.
business, bro.
It really is.
I think it's family.
Honestly, I feel like
100%. I mean, it's always been
Yeah.
family.
For sure.
But like, we stick together.
Oh yeah, man.
No matter what we're doing different.
Yeah, when AK sent me the invite, man.
Oh, sorry.
These cars are very familiar cars. So then when I walked up there, everybody was back there.
Yep.
We were talking about, yeah, man. Like, I mean, at this point, like, it's more than a family, more than.
It's family.
Yeah, because all of us, like, we kind of grew up at the shop.
Yeah.
So what do you do there? Like, do you like oversee the place or?
And we have a few people involved. There's me, it's Mo. It was just me and Mo in Ann Arbor. So we were partners in that restaurant. And then he also owned a few Coney Islands and stuff. So his nephew and his son got involved, and then we just started opening more and more locations. We all kind of helped run everything.
And they do it too, like.
So he's running the original spot now in Ann Arbor.
Yeah, and how's that going?
Good.
Good.
Just thinking about Monday.
Busy. Yeah, honestly, we got over 100 burger catering order Monday, and that's all I'm thinking about, how we're going to set it up.
I'm gonna bring in like some folding tables, put them all back there.
Yeah, you'll have to. Well, me and David already decided we're setting up a line in the back
Yeah.
for everything. A whole separate line.
Your partner Mo knows what to do with them. Because I mean, I don't know him like how you guys do, but I know him enough to like know that he knows his
100%. He's got a lot of experience.
So was he always in the restaurant thing or?
Mo?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mo was always in restaurants. So was Akram, honestly.
Yeah.
He was always in restaurants too. He got into Blacklist.
Like, was he in it like even before the car club?
Yeah, so Mo and Akram are always in restaurants together. Before Akram got into cars, into the car wash. So his last restaurant, he left to open the car wash. But like, he still has the experience, so it wasn't hard to get back.
Yeah. I definitely gotta get him on the podcast too, because he likes to talk a lot. So that's definitely. So out of all the cars you guys had, man, I mean, which one's your favorite? And
F-150.
And which one's worth, huh?
F-150.
Yeah.
All day.
Let's talk about it.
It's just a great truck.
Favorite cars I've had. I regret selling my first car, the Lexus. That was clean as fuck. I miss it. The first Vet that I got the good deal on, I wish I kept that car. Honestly, like, I don't know. I haven't grown attached to a lot of the cars. Like, I like this thing a lot. That's probably the favorite car I've had, but like, still, like, the attachment's not there.
Man, I miss the Zephyr.
Yeah.
The Lincoln Zephyr. You remember that shit? It was just a sedan, like it was old. It's like it's MKZ before they called it MKZ. Is it 07, 09? I can't remember.
Oh, your car. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, because that was after the Mustang, right?
Yeah, I had both, and then I sold the Mustang to him, and then
like those cars were underrated.
I missed that thing. That thing was nice.
Yeah, it was nice.
Leather, sunroof, heated cooled
Yeah,
seats.
because my cousin had he had an LSA.
Oh, LSA?
Yeah, I think that those were. I think those were 3.8 V8 139.
No, the LS. Yeah, the LS V8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like his was a V8, big motor, leather.
I wanted one of those. Those are sick.
And his was in good shape. His was I think it had under 100K or a little bit more. But like,
Mine had like 130 when I got it, but it was clean as fuck.
yeah.
One owner.
And his was too.
Yeah, you could see because they put their heel in the same spot. There was a hole in the carpet where their heel was.
All right, so that seems about it. Like I mean, like we talked about a lot of things, and unfortunately, we could have talked more, but all of us had things to do.
Yeah,
But
I will do it
appreciate
again.
You guys come on the pod, man. I mean,
Of course, bro.
Yes, sir.
we didn't talk in a long ass time.
Yeah, well, it's been a minute. The first time I saw you in like almost 2 years was when you
Yeah.
showed up to the restaurant.
The last time we met was I think it was a Blacklist.
No, it was at Burger One, the grand opening in Sutherland.
Before that.
Yeah, before that was Blacklist.
And I always see David try about like 4 times.
Yeah, for real.
4 times. Because you were dating that white girl. That I mean, and it don't good. It didn't really go well, as I see.
Out here? I don't know which white girl.
Well, you must have had a lot of them. If you don't remember.
No, my memory's just bad.
Yeah, David just can't remember shit.
Yeah.